Alright, so if you caught that, there you go. That was a glimpse of Sheng the Iron Fist. I was just talking to him and Mr. Svo, but I don't have the prerequisite to learn the style from either him or Mr. Svo. Basically, if you are very far down on the scale, you can learn Tempest Wind, and if you're higher up to the Way of the Open Palm, you can learn Stone Immortal from Mr. Svo. But like I said, don't have the prerequisite, so we're just gonna go and do the Baker Bay quest now. So enjoy the nice dialogue.
Hey, Baker Bay. How are you today?
Hey, Toots.
Go away! I told you I want no part of this. Tell Eiling to leave me alone.
If you want to tell Eiling something, go tell her yourself. In the meantime, we have our orders. Nothing personal. It's a little personal with me. I like sticking your face in the gutter. Hold on a sec. We've got company. You're a little too interested in our business, friend. Looks like we gotta teach you to back off when Eiling's boys are working.
Guess Eiling's boys are nothing to fuck with, oh. But on a slightly unrelated note, guys, usually for most of the other BioWare games that I've played, they've had some stellar voice acting, but, you know, for Jade Empire, it's kind of different, because some of the voices are ridiculous and a little bit over the top, like that one guy with the hat. I mean, that one guy with the hat is like, sounds like he smokes a million cigarettes simultaneously and consumes copious amounts of sandpaper just to get his voice like that. I mean, who speaks like that? Like, hey baby, I like sticking your face in the gutter. Ooh. Like, who talks like that? Come on.
Can you believe that these thugs would just attack me in broad daylight like that? They might have killed me if you hadn't stepped in. Thank you. I never expected such help from a stranger. You spoke to Lan? How humiliating. My fiancé must have told you I can't protect myself. The woman I love doesn't have faith in me? Oh, the shame. I'll never live this down.
I really don't understand what the big deal is.
Yes, you're right, of course. I suppose I can't fault Lan for being worried about me. I've taken some serious beatings lately. I didn't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm just worried about Lan. She's very emotional. I've done my best to try and keep her from becoming involved in this. Those thugs are acting on Eiling's orders. She's the head of their gang. They have a small hideout in the boathouse. Eiling and I were friends when we were children, but we drifted apart as we grew up. She fell in with some rough people, as you've already seen. Ever since I got engaged, Eiling has become obsessed with me. Every day she sends her thugs to beat me up. She says she won't stop until I go talk to her.
Boathouse with a bunch of armed men. Yeah, wouldn't be safe to go alone.
She's obviously crazy. I've done nothing to her. We haven't even spoken in years. If I go to her hideout to talk to her, I'm afraid that I'll never come out. At least the beatings on the street are out in public. They won't kill me in front of witnesses. Well, not on purpose anyway. No. Lan's very emotional. I didn't want her to get upset. At first, I didn't tell her anything at all. But I couldn't hide my bruises forever. So I told her about the beatings. But even then, I didn't mention Eiling. It's bad enough what's happening to me. I was afraid if Lan became more involved, Eiling might hurt her too.
Could I kill her, maybe?
No, don't do that. Eiling and I were friends once, even if it was a long time ago. I don't want to see her dead. Not if there's another way. Thank you so much. Eiling and her thugs are in the boathouse. Please just ask her to leave me alone. All we want is to live our lives in peace.
Alright, so that's the next step in the Baker Bay quest. Just go in the boathouse and try and reason with Eiling. Be like, you know, what you doing? Not really cool. Probably stop that. Kind of breaking some laws. But yeah, we're actually going to go talk to some more people in Tien's Landing. Maybe get some more quests, and then we will conclude this video. So let's go talk to this guy.
Finally! Someone stronger than these cowed peasants. This town disgusts me. I am Scholar Six Heavens, and I need someone who possesses great strength and skill. What I do not need, however, is someone who walks the way of the open palm. I can read in every movement that you would protect the weak and coddle the poor. Amusing. You encourage me to solve my own problems. That is exactly the attitude I need to aid me in my project. If you make your actions match your words, I will reconsider. If I can see by your actions that you understand the way of the closed fist, I promise to make it worth your while. Otherwise, I will not waste any more time with you.
Great, another quest we can't do because we don't have the prerequisite. Fantastic. Well, I guess we can't really do much other than move on. Alright, so I did a little bit of a jump cut there. I talked to Captain Eng. You saw what he had to say in the last video, if you watched the last video. But if you did not, I will give you a brief summary. Him and his shipmates are trapped. They can't go anywhere, obviously, because they have a ship and the dam is closed. Whatever. If we close the dam for him, he will give us all the silver in his ship, and we have to talk to Minister Sheng to get the key. And yeah, we'll do that eventually. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit of skipping here till we get to the next part that I plan to do in this video.
Pretty. Put that sword back, lout! Surely there was never a minister as unlucky as Minister Sheng to suffer such insolence.
This guy's awesome. No joke.
Koni onuyu tashika will folio sataraponi?
And still poor Minister Sheng suffers the insults of tradesmen who know nothing of justice. Where would I put the lout? My jail has been burned to the ground, along with my office, I might add. I have no place to put thieves, so stop questioning your betters.
Put that sword back, lout. I love this game's voice actors, I swear to God. They're so awesome. I guess... oh, okay, there's a guy that needs our help. Hey, look at that.
Hey, Finally, someone approaches me. I was worried that this town's courage had drained away with the water. You look like a man who is trained for combat. Would you like to put those skills to the test?
There better be a cash reward at the end of this here. I'm coming back to you, sir.
A mercenary, are you? What else should I expect in this town? If you have the skills, then Lord Yun has the silver to pay for them. The great southern forest, which lies north of this village, suffers from a terrible disease. Every tree within its borders sickens, and the place is infested with ghosts of all manners. Lord Yun, my master, seeks a way to open the forest again and make it safe for travel. He is prepared to reward whoever aids him. Our men are no match for the ghosts in the forest. Perhaps you are. As I said, the trees in the great southern forest sicken, and the paths fill with vicious ghosts. No caravan dares to travel its depths, cutting off huge sections of the south from the Empire's heart, and Lord Young collects no taxes when no one travels his lands. Go safely, and remember what I've said. Lord Yun needs the help of able warriors like yourself. Korionuyu, Kokiyur Tatasinan.
Another merchant with nothing in stock. Why am I not surprised? If only there was someone willing to get you back your figurine.
Wonoir efuir uk sunordfonir sier sisitu. Saka afsoir uk napier anigir ninpier. Usosier utak tarwair shafir owosu. Onuyuir napair wo choir shapshir fan onuyusair ikupan.
Well, I'm sold. I guess we gotta do it now.
Usosier utak tarwair shafir owosu.
This is bad.
this is bad. River.
Alright, so to conclude this video, I talked to Old Way, and yes, old is his nickname, so I guess all elderly people like to be constantly reminded of how old they really are. But he actually gives us some more detailed information on the dam and the history of it. So that will conclude this part, and I want to thank you guys for watching and enjoy Old Way's retelling of the events with the dam and what happened with the dam.
18 years ago, Emperor Sun was young and flush with success from ending the drought. He began public works all over the empire, including the great dam downriver. The workmen came and started building it near our town. We were not engineers, and so we were not sure what it would mean. Some worried that it might flood us out. Most were unconcerned. After all, if there were any danger, the Emperor would tell us, surely. One day, the great dam was finished, and the floodgates were closed. The town flooded. We took what we could and fled. Mothers ran about screaming for their children who'd gone out to play. Children screamed for their dogs. Some folks climbed to the roofs of their houses and refused to leave. We survivors straggled upriver. Some collapsed from exhaustion, but the water kept rising. I carried a boy and a girl, and I saw another boy fall, but I couldn't carry him. Finally, I fell over too, and when I woke, I found the water had stopped rising. The great dam had created an enormous lake, and we settled our new town on the banks. The lake completely covered the ruins of our town. Life went on, but no word ever came from the imperial city. No warning, no explanation. Did we displease the emperor, or were we just beneath his notice? I will never know. The crewmen who manned the great dam would come to town sometimes, but they knew no more than we. I will go to my grave never knowing. A few months ago, the Emperor's engineers and soldiers left. They just went off in the night. Soon after, the great dam opened on its own. There wasn't anyone around. The water drained, revealing the old ruins. And underwater these 18 years. And now they're back. I don't know what made the great dam open. Some say it was ghosts. They say those who died in the town don't want to be forgotten. Oh, we don't know how. We're simple people, and the great dam is not a simple thing. They say there is magic involved in its construction. Well, thank you for listening, youngster. Not many do anymore.